I will shoot some bullets and then do the victory roll vertical.
Cool. Sounds good.
That's why you always did it, right?
That's right. What's up, Team Max Afterburner? So excited for you to check out this video. If this video was an emoji, it would just be a lightning bolt. That's how epic this episode 2 is gonna be. I'm so glad you're here. There's also episode 1. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out first. But episode 2 is gonna be epic because we're gonna get into the low-level flying environment with this F-16 Viper pilot, the Graybeard, the Gray Ghost. I'd say Gray Ghost. Let's go with that one. That sounds pretty epic. He's got 2,000 hours of fighter jet time, and there's a little secret about this pilot that you're going to discover throughout this series. I'm excited for you to discover that on your own. This fighter pilot has time in the OV-10, the F-4, and then the F-16, over 2,000 hours of fighter jet time. So in this episode, it's really going to be about dogfighting, of course. Of course we gotta do some dogfighting. Again, this is this F-16 pilot's first night. These episodes were filmed in one night of him flying DCS and flying the F-16 there. So obviously there's gonna be some differences. One of the main differences is that the stick in the F-16 doesn't really move. It moves maybe like 1/4 of an inch. It actually didn't used to move at all, believe it or not. But then pilots were actually injuring themselves, not knowing when they had pulled to full stick deflection. They're literally injuring their arms. Come on, guys, got to get in the gym a little bit more. But at the end of the day, DCS is obviously different. There's going to be differences that this Gray Ghost pilot is going to talk about. I think it's going to be really enjoyable for you to check out. So we're going to dive into that right now. And then remember, there's a third episode. This is only episode 2. Don't worry. You've got more. You've got more of this content to check out. And in the third episode, there's going to be basically just a full-fledged breakdown of the F-16 from this Gray Ghost 2,000 hour F-16 pilot. Let's dive into episode 2.
Altitude. Is that gonna be good? A little short? Yeah, a little short, so. Okay, that's not too bad. That's close enough for a victory roll. That's close enough for a victory roll. Yeah. 60 degrees nose high, 70 degrees nose high. Still got 400 knots, pretty much straight up. So now it's going to give us a few rolls straight up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
Very nice.
That's sweet. Still doing, look at that, still doing pretty high speed and coming out the top up here.
A little bit of a red out. Got a little quieter.
Got a little quieter. Getting very slow.
Yeah.
Very slow, but very high, 23,000 feet. Look at that, airspeed down at 72 knots and I'm still flying.
Sweet, you're hovering. You're at 0.
Now
I've never seen
I'm
that.
doing the falling leaf, as it were.
Yeah.
But I've got 23,000 feet. Airspeed start to pick back up.
Oh yeah.
Get it up to about 250 or so and then start this recovery. 20,000, well, that's pretty good. I like it a lot. I got to dive down through this hole here.
Yeah, do it. Anytime you see a hole like that in the clouds,
You
it's
got to
like
go
a rule.
for it. It's just an unwritten rule.
Yeah.
Kid in a candy factory. The old baby.
Oh yeah.
Well, shoot, dang, I hadn't done this in many moons.
That's right. Time for you to do it again.
My last ride in F-16 was in 2000.
Wow.
So this feels nice. This
Yeah.
is very nice. Okay, I will. Stop at me. Go over and shoot something while I'm down here.
All right.
Because I think there's a mountain goat right up there. Top of that peak. That little one right there. And once you get used to the roll rate, this is sweet. All right, let's see. Okay. I got pretty close to him there. A little low, but not too bad. Altitude. That's worth flying way upside down.
Oh yeah. How does it fly upside down? How does it feel compared to the real Viper?
Well, I mean, it's very well, but you don't have the horrible sensation of being upside down and that blood rushing to you.
Negative 2 Gs.
I know, you'd be hurting right now. Oh, I like it, Ryan. I love it.
Pretty sweet, huh?
I must have hit the chaff flare button,
Yeah,
huh?
your thumb there.
Okay. I'm sure I've used up all my bullets, so all 6 seconds worth. Yeah, you get used to the roll weight and it flies much better.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just used to that. It just flies nice.
Nice. It's like a little playground.
I tell you.
Oh yeah.
Zipping around here, having a good old time. Probably violated about 55 FARs by now.
What's your favorite part about the Viper?
Have to be, it's just absolute user-friendly and responsiveness. I mean, it's just everything you need is at your fingertips. And I mean, it's so responsive.
Yeah.
You want to go up, you go up. You want to go through here, you go through there.
What were some of your techniques in a dogfight? Anything that you can
Dogfight, literally, with the F-16, you can be aggressive. And you could, I mean, don't do too much other than just try to rip in there and rip his throat out in the phone booth. You know, just get on in there. You could fight another F-16 was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
So, and that's just for training. So you use a few tricks, but a lead turn always works great till it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do, especially in the old F4. You had to do a lot of lead turning. And then if you didn't get him, because you sure couldn't recover much.
Yeah. So don't hold out. Go for the throat right
Go
off
for
the
the
bat.
throat right off the bat.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to be doing. This,
Yeah.
you know, you just nose out a plane and all this good stuff and everything works for a while, but while you're doing that, he's trying to go for the throat too.
Yeah.
So you don't mess too much. And if you like those BFM sets we were doing when you're spinning around that much, there'd been 7 other fighters, good and bad, all over you while you're doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to go pretty quick.
I remember fighting against the F-16 when I was in the F-15E, and if you were fighting against a real experienced F-16 pilot, you just didn't have any chance at all. But if you could kind of do an oblique turn right after the merge, you'd get one chance of a gunshot on the F-16 before they would just outrate you and square the corner better than you could. But you get one chance.
Get one chance. Yeah, that's the beauty of the F-16. I mean, it's tiny, it's small, it's hard to see. And it can turn like nobody's business.
Yeah, nice.
Look at these trees. Dust those off a little bit.
Awesome. What's your favorite jet?
Favorite jet with warm spot in your heart's the F4, but it was a low-tech, brute force, go-get-em machine. But it was nothing compared to the new stuff and all the things here. You know, nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
And but it's a warm spot in your heart because it was the first fighter I flew. And I mean, you had to pilot that thing. You could put it out of control so easily, so easily. Whereas the F-16, you have to work. I mean, its computer keeps you safe.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Any other takeaways for the F-16 to share with everybody?
Well, I'm glad it's on our side. They'll be flying. I finished my flying career in the F-16. Ryan finished his flying career in the F-16 with the Air Force. And matter of fact, we both started with the T-37, that old jet that was old when I flew it back in 1974. It was old then. And Ryan actually flew it he was one of the last people to fly that as a trainer. So yeah, the F-16, my gosh, what a machine. What a culmination. There'll be people flying this jet 30 to 40 years from now, I'll guarantee you. We'll have newer stuff, we'll have things, but when you need numbers and you need some specifics and you don't want to spend too awfully much money because these things are all paid for and ready to go. The new ones cost so much. This jet's going to be viable for decades, because we won't always be fighting the bad guys, the real bad guys. There'll be times when you don't even have an air threat. You just have ground stuff you need to do. And nothing can beat the ability of this jet right here.
Awesome.
Besides the A-10. for ground support.
Right.
But for reliability, maintainability, it's going to be around for a long time.
Pretty cool that we got to fly the same jet. Pretty awesome.
I love it, man. That's pretty cool. So proud of this old boy right here. He takes after his mom and smarts.
Take after my dad in flying ability. Though, so. It's all good. Well, I love you, Dad. This is awesome.
I love you too, right? Thanks for letting me do this. This makes me feel like a kid again.
Heck yeah. Nice job taking down that Su-27.
Well, yeah, look, I like to, can you replay that? Because that was about a 100-foot gunshot.
You bet. We'll replay it right now.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, head on shit. Here.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, watch this shit.
Yeah!
Did I get him?
Damage. You got it.
Okay.
All right. Love you, Dad.
Love you too, man.
So there you go, my friends. Hope you enjoyed episode 2 of this 3-part series. It was just really cool to sit and watch this F-16's pilot's, his attitude when he was flying this thing. You know, obviously DCS is different, right? The jet gets into some wing rock. There's some differences. It can get frustrating. But to just watch the steady progress and the steady improvement, I thought was super cool, super rad. And again, episode 3 is going to pop up right here. So definitely check out episode 3 because this F-16 Gray Ghost pilot is going to get into the details and how the F-16 flies, how it flies differently in DCS and in the real world, and just some big picture takeaways from winning crazy Top Gun awards that this F-16 pilot won, how he operated the aircraft. That's going to be episode 3. Really excited for you to check it out.